Uh-oh. The CDC reported that the highest infancy death rate is due to black women. Do black women take accountability over that? No, they just simply blame it on racism. Think I'm lying? Let's react. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the lounge. We're going to want to check out this report from ABC News. They're reporting that the infant death rate is high among black women out of every other group. Let's hear what they have to say.
And a new CDC report found that the infant death rate was the highest among babies born to black moms, rural moms, and teen moms. Why is that, and what can be done to prevent these deaths?
Yes, this is a very sad statistic, but something that is not new. And it's sad that this is a problem that continues. And
Now, real quick. She mentioned that it was stat specific, right? She's saying that intentionally because she don't want to believe in a stat, and it's that way for a lot of black mom and black women. Once when they have a certain type of statistic that's going to go against the grain of their ideology or belief system, they're going to automatically try to dismiss it as though as that it doesn't matter. All right, but let's continue.
so some of the reasons why the mortality rate is higher in Black moms and rural moms in young mothers as well as one, it could be access to resources, to obstetric services. In rural areas, you may not have access to the specialist doctors in case you have certain complications. We know more and more labor and delivery units are being closed around the country, so we need to focus on funding these type of units.
So her first reason is because they don't have access to medical resources. We already know that that's some bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Because women have plenty of access to those resources in the black community. So I don't understand why she's even saying that. A matter of fact, Kamala Harris makes sure during President Biden's term of office that they have all these resources available. Now, y'all need to want consider this. Just because President Trump is currently in the office, that doesn't mean that all the other bipartisan bills just automatically just going to stop going. It takes a process for that to finally stop going. Okay, and to top it off, there are a lot of the previous bills that former President Biden had passed that helps or incentivize black pregnant women that President Trump is currently still implemented to this day because that administration found that it's beneficial. So I don't know where they are getting this from, but let's go ahead.
In addition, transportation might be a problem in rural areas. So it could take a long time to get to the hospital or to get to a clinic where you can get your regular maternity care.
Also, that's another false statement. The Department of Health and Human Services, they have a program to where they help incentivize pregnant women. Okay, if they lack transportation, all they got to do is go to their Health and Human Service Commission and just tell them their situation, and that would give them bus passes and the different things like that, so they can make it to their appointment on time.
In addition, there are also the other socioeconomic factors that do cause difficulties in your pregnancy and in your delivery. So poverty can affect your nutrition, your clinics that you are able to go to, but also there is racism that exists because there is no reason why Black mothers should have a higher rate of mortality, why Black babies should have a higher rate of mortality. It is the racism that exists in terms of how Black women are listened to when they complain of pain that can denote that a problem might be occurring during their labor and delivery, during their postpartum period. There have been too many sad stories. And so there needs to be more awareness, more understanding, more treating people with concern when they bring up things that are happening during their pregnancy. But also, this is for people anywhere. It's not only Black women, although that is a higher statistic, but it is all women that are going into the hospital that are having a child. We have to take their concerns seriously.
So she literally blamed it on racism. Can't make this shit up. So she literally blamed this on racism. She literally blamed that it's the white man fault because the black women are decided to unalive their children at a higher rate than any other one race. Wow. I have not seen no woman who had came forth and said that a doctor wouldn't deliver a baby because she was a black woman. I have not seen that period throughout my whole entire lifetime. Haven't seen that. Haven't seen no reports. Haven't seen nobody did no TikTok on it or anything like that. So what the hell is she talking about? But let's let her finish her point. Then I got my final point on this.
So many important things you touched on, the underlying issue of racism that we've heard so many experts point to, and the maternal disparities that we've seen, and also the maternal care deserts that impact so many Americans around this country when it comes to getting the health care services that they need. Dr. Adjoa Smalls-Monty, thank you so much for being with us.
All right, so let's go ahead and give you my point on this. Let's be clear about this, okay? The reason why the infant death rate is high is high for black women is simply because they are unaliving these kids at a high rate. They're going to these places like Planned Parenthood, and they're literally getting these abortions to abort out these babies. That's why the numbers is high. Now there is a one percentage where these same type of women they probably have complications like either have a stillbirth or a complication will probably happen with the fetus of the child where the child might get wrapped up and stuff, end up choking to death and stuff. Certain situations like that, but them numbers is not that high at all. Per I say roughly them numbers is roughly about 5 to 10%, and that's it. That's it. Other than that, it is actually the women who are being incentivized to get on Plan Bs. They're incentivized to drink liquor and do all these different things. They're incentivized to literally go and get these abortions and abort out these babies so they can continue to live their hot girl summer, or so they can continue to have their career. Last but not least, we also got to consider surrogacy. A lot of these black women, they are so career driven is that they don't want to go through the whole pregnancy process to begin with in the first place anyway. So what they do, they rely on surrogacy. They rely on another woman to carry their child on their behalf so they won't have to do it. So we have to consider all these factors, but the fact remains this is that black women need to be held accountable for them unaliving these babies. It is what it is. It's not us as black men who doing it. It's y'all as black women because after all, y'all said that y'all body, y'all choice, correct? So you have your choice to do whatever the hell you want to do with your body. So we don't have no control over that. Y'all let me know what you think about my assessment of this. Also, let me know what you think about, the reports and different things like that. Do you agree with the reports or do you disagree with that?